Do you guys want to hear an update about my matchmaker date from last week? I got ghosted. So again, most amazing first date I've been on in years. I haven't dated. Why am I I'll tell you guys. So we had that amazing date last week. He even said it was an amazing date. Like, we both agreed. He told, like, our matchmaker it was an amazing date. I said the same thing. Well, then, like, as of last Saturday, I haven't heard from him. And I was like, hey, like, if you have, like, a change of heart, like, no big deal. But can you just, like, tell me what changed or something? Nothing. Well, my matchmaker calls me yesterday, and she's like, hey, I just want to give you, like, a little bit of feedback from what happened with your date last week. And I was like, I'd love some clarity. She's like, he Googled you. And I was like, yeah, I kind of figured. Because, like, what pops up is, like, my biggest videos. My biggest videos are back when I was, like, in a wildly hurt place. And I was just acting so reckless. And I know what all the misogynistic men are going to write in my comments, like, well, that's why you shouldn't be a drug slut on the internet.
Curiosity took over the moment this video slid onto my feed, so I figured, alright, let me take a little stroll over to her page and see what's truly simmering behind the scenes. And the moment her feed loaded, I realized I wasn't stepping into anything simple. It felt like walking through a doorway expecting a calm living room and suddenly finding a full theater production in progress. I was navigating a digital hurricane. Every swipe was a new plot twist, a new genre, a new chapter from a life lived at full volume. And honestly, it took about 3 seconds to understand exactly why that guy quietly backed out. He didn't just dodge a bullet. He sidestepped a meteor with his name neatly engraved on the side. Staying any longer would have put him directly in the splash zone. So before we jump into her chaotic cinematic universe, let me introduce you to the sponsor of today's video, the Wing Girl Method. Founded by renowned dating expert and fellow YouTuber Marnie Your Personal Wing Girl, whose channel has grown to over 1.4 million subscribers, as well as being featured on MTV, Dr. Drew, Ask Men, and Penthouse. Her goal is to help improve the dating lives of men. This isn't for guys who are content with being alone forever. It's for those ready to break free from their flirting failures and finally date the women they deserve. She has helped thousands of men transform their dating lives with her science-backed flirting method, the F Formula, which has been used by tens of thousands of men worldwide. This proven system helps you attract the women that you want and build your confidence. Even if you think a girl is out of your league or not interested, this step-by-step formula can change that. Apply this method, and you'll start seeing results almost immediately. Why trust Marnie's F Formula? Over 100,000 men have already experienced life-changing results. And because the Wing Girl Method is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an unbeatable deal. Just click the first link in the description now and grab your exclusive preview of the F Formula completely free. Plus, if you decide to pick up the full program, you'll get an extra 20% off. If you're tired of failing at flirting and being stuck on the sidelines, stop wasting time. Take control of your dating life. Click the link below and get access right away.
Story time that absolutely nobody asked for. So I've been seeing this dude for a minute. Started about 2 weeks ago. So we're hooking up, and we've had like not the greatest sexual history. So as we all know, I work in a bar. Ooh, you're kind of disgusting. And I love hitting on dudes. Story time about how one of my little sneaky links try to play me. You are. Listen, do I bartend because I fucking love making vodka sodas all day? No, I do it so I can afford things like these. Bow. Anyways, I also love fucking with people. That's already been very abundantly clear. Why does nobody fucking warn you that when you want to better your life, it is so fucking lonely? This is part 3 of unfucking my life, and this is not my most glamorous one, so get ready.
That was the tip of the iceberg. The trailer before the full movie, the tiniest sample from a library that just keeps going. Her page is basically a time capsule of nights out, impulsive decisions, situationships that lasted shorter than a commercial break, and enough bar shift stories to fill a whole season of cable television. And that's the part people always pretend not to understand. When your entire past is neatly documented, labeled, and uploaded, it stops being just a phase and starts becoming a pattern. Most people get to make mistakes quietly. She turned hers into content. She didn't just live the lifestyle, she turned it into a highlight. So imagine being the guy who had one nice date. He goes home thinking he met someone sweet, calm, grounded. Then he opens his phone and realizes he accidentally went on a date with the director of her own personal drama franchise. It doesn't take a PhD to decode it. The themes are loud, the patterns are bold, the plot twists are sponsored by tequila. And honestly, that guy made the right call, because if he didn't, he could have easily ended up like comedian Akash Singh.
Like Akash is the extreme. Like Akash only dates brown.
Oh, okay.
Akash has been with one girl in his life who is his wife.
That's my wife. That's an
So
Indian
this
woman.
is
that was
like
important to
loyal
me.
through and through.
Okay.
Different. My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this:
And
do
I-
you believe her?
If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe. I remember I was just like, what? But she was 22, I was 31. There was an age gap.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. So for context, I went to college from 2011 to 2016. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses. And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. So it's like, sometimes it like literally hurts my heart. And when the nostalgia is that painful,
So here's the situation. You've got a guy, Akash Singh, successful stand-up comedian, loud personality, solid career, and like a lot of men who've been focused on building something real, he eventually reached a point where he wanted peace, stability, a partner. He genuinely believed he had found someone untouched by all that, someone private, sheltered, a little old school even. That's what he signed up for. But marriage has a funny way of revealing things over time. And in her case, the real personality didn't show up until after the ring was on. Once she was secure, once she had that last name and that lifestyle locked in, she pivoted, decided to become an influencer. Not because she had a talent to showcase, but because she had a proximity to fame, his fame. And when you've got no real skill but crave attention, what do? You clout chase. You turn your relationship into content. You start rebranding your past into entertainment. Suddenly she's on social media, oversharing like it's open mic night at the Trauma Dump Cafe. Frat house hookups, wild college nights, being passed around like party favors, all the things he never heard before the vows, now being narrated to millions like she's proud of it. Not only that, she decided to start a podcast with her best friend.
Gosh is such a fucking king. Like, everyone knows he's the best husband, and I don't often find men that measure up to him. And like, Nav completely measures up to him, if not more. Can I just say, like, not in a weird way, he's so good looking.
Oh, thank you.
And-
Would y'all ever have an orgy together with your husbands?
Rhea,
She tried.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
No, I kind of love it, but I'm like, us four? Okay, maybe.
I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
You would only be down for an orgy if we
Or
did
it's
it.
thick. It's thick.
I'd only
Right there in public, she casually floats the idea of an orgy with her best friend and her husband. No shame, no boundaries, just full-on disrespect. At the end of the day, this whole situation should be a loud wake-up call for every man out there thinking about settling down. Because Akash didn't just marry her. He trusted her past without checking the receipts. And in today's world, that's a gamble you can't afford. You don't need private investigators anymore. You need Wi-Fi and a little patience. 10 minutes of scrolling can save you 10 years of regret. Because once you put that ring on, once you give a woman your name, your resources, your reputation, you better be damn sure she's not just waiting to turn your life into her personal storyline. Thanks for watching. Tell us what you think about today's episode, hit the like button, and subscribe.